Hey guys, I am live out in Las Vegas, Nevada. Um, we are coming to you from the Plaza, and that is right by the Venetian. The Venetian's the one that has all of the boats and stuff like that. I'm using these in-ear headphones for a microphone, so hopefully you can hear me. If you can't hear me, then say so in the comments. I just wanted to do a live Q&A and answer any questions you have. For those of you that are watching live. If you're watching the replay, then ask me in the comments, and I'll answer those as well. So I'm going to give you a little peek, just where I'm not going to walk around too much, but I just want to show you. So this is this palazzo, and they're working on it still, as you can see, the relief work up there, the painting, but it's kind of cool. Compared to what else Las Vegas has, it's kind of, you know, I don't know what you say. It's not as crazy as a lot of stuff you see out there. Can you guys hear me okay? Is the audio coming through? I've come down with something in my lungs, which doesn't surprise me because, there's just opportunities you don't have to wash your hands. You'd be touching handrails. There's escalators up and down, up and down. And sometimes you don't have the opportunity to wash your hands before you eat. And I'm just like, I'm a germaphobe anyway. Oh, man, this can't be good. But anyway, so yeah, if you could let me know if you could hear me, or if you can't hear me, don't let me know. But if you have any questions or comments, be happy to answer them. Today is our last day, and we are headed out tonight back to Denver. And, my dad actually comes out here a lot on business, and he says that about 3 days is as much as he can do. We don't have a rental car. Got everything in a bag. And just, literally check this out. This is the bag. Like, that's everything. So, um, yeah, walking around with my dirty underwear. Nobody even knows. And it just looks hideous, me walking around with this giant backpack on. But it's actually cheaper than renting a car. And as you guys know, I like the affordable lifestyle. Even then, I'm here in a multi-million-dollar property and whatnot. So do you guys have any questions about stuff we've seen, stuff you wanted to see, questions about Vegas, questions about the United States? For those of you in the UK or otherwise, why are we, surrounding ourselves in a bunch of excess here in Vegas, which is what it is. Definitely different than Colorado. I was born and raised in Colorado, so for me, that's normal. Could somebody let me know, though, if the audio is working? Shoot me just a live comment, live chat. If you could just shoot me a comment, let me know that you can hear me. But anyway, okay, cool. Sounds good. So anyway, so we're just up here relaxing, and yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It is Las Vegas. It is what it is, and it's nothing it's not. It's definitely different than Colorado, but at the same time, it is nice. It's a fun break. And we were talking about maybe making this like uh, an annual thing. Come out to CES every year, show you guys the latest and greatest tech. It's not terribly expensive. Paying $240 a night for a hotel that's normally $40 a night is painful. Um, Next year, what would I do differently? I would definitely save up for a nicer hotel, because at the end of the day, coming back to like Box Springs and stuff is a little bit difficult. So having, the ability to come back to a nicer hotel, that would just have to be a must. I think I'm okay with not having the rental car because the traffic is just like booked. I mean, it is packed. So that's actually been a relief to not have to deal with the traffic. Um, but yeah, it's been fun. Everything else, I think it would do the same. Maybe a little bit less time at CES. So it runs for 5 days. Monday is a press day. We were technically here as exhibitors, not as press, even though we were really serving a press function. Um, However, next year we'd probably come back as press. They have a press day, which I don't think we would really need to worry about too much because it's mostly like PR, press releases, things that we're mostly about the show floor. Excuse me, and what is there out there, what it is that companies have to offer, and so that's really the purpose that we have in being out here. So, but maybe less days, maybe just do like Thursday and Friday. We went over to the convention center today because we're taking the monorail around, which is pretty handy actually, and not too expensive. It's like $5 for one trip, $13 for a 24-hour unlimited pass, which is what we did a couple times, and it really helps you get around. And it gets you to within walking distance. That being said, still been putting on tens of thousands of steps a day, which is good. But yeah, very sore and tired at the end of the day. By the time it's over with, you're just like, I'm really, really looking forward to my 4-inch memory foam mattress topper tonight, getting back home because this 1970s box spring mattress. So one thing that we did today that was really cool, a couple things we've done that are amazing, just today alone. We went over to the Sugar Factory, which is sort of this hip place to go, where they make these really grotesque but beautiful, crazy concoctions and drinks, and ice sundae. They make $100 sundae that has like sparklers in it, and ice cream cones, multiple ones, suckers, and all kinds of crazy stuff sticking out of it. And it's kind of the hip thing to do. They have like celebrities get their pictures taken there and stuff. Hey, vintage vinyl vets, welcome. Hello from Norman, Oklahoma. Hey, welcome to Sin City. It's pretty much lived up to its name, actually. Although it's a little bit more toned down, although we didn't go out on the strip at night, which is crazy. We safely, locked ourselves away into the hotel in the evening. So we kind of walked the strip and stuff during the morning, which is, our preference. That being said, it is what it is. It's, you know what I mean? It is Vegas. So the architecture is really cool. There's no shortage of things to do. It's fun. It's just, it is what it is. So anyway, and then the other thing we did is over at the Westgate Hotel, which is next to the convention center. It used to be the Hilton, and before that the International, and that is the hotel that Elvis used to perform at back in the day. Barbra Streisand opened it in 1969 with a month-long run, and he did 8 years there in residence. So he had a private suite on the 30th floor. He had everything. So we shot an email to their PR guy and got a private escort today behind the scenes into the theater where so much, famous music was recorded. If you YouTube videos of Elvis, you will see footage from inside of here or inside of there. So we got to go backstage, behind stage. We went through Elvis's private elevator down underneath the stage to his private dressing room, which is pretty much untouched. We also got to see a spot where he would stand and put his hand on the wall, and they have it marked up with a star and this marking to show that Elvis was standing there. So we got to stand on that spot, put our hand on the wall. He put his hand on, before he would go out on stage every night, he would definitely he'd say a prayer and then go out. So that was cool. We need to see the Beatles Love Show. That's cool. Yeah, I've seen ads for it. I've seen a lot of signage for a lot of stuff. There's so many shows and stuff out here. If you had, millions and millions to spend, you could really entertain yourself for a day or two, maybe. But yeah, that would be cool to see. I'd like to. There's also a Beatles show in Branson that I would like to see. That's really, really cool. We got a yellow submarine out front and stuff. But anyway, so we filmed all that, or took pictures of it, of the Elvis encounter thing, and we're going to be putting that into the big show for this weekend. So this weekend show is going to be a big overview. There's going to be exclusive stuff that I didn't do in the lives. It was only in the big show. We had the big camera rig. It's also crammed in my bag with a big microphone and all that stuff. So I got interviews. We showed a lot of exclusive tech, a lot of cool record players, new things coming out. Got a good look at the Sony car that everybody's talking about, the Panasonic car. A lot of cars actually yesterday. If you like cars, go check out the live we did, the third one, yesterday. That one has some amazing car stuff, including a completely clear car, which is bizarre. A Mercedes that I can't even describe it. It's concept car, but it's super, super cool. And then all the gizmos and gadgets that you can imagine. The best swag by far were these guys right here. Audio Technica gave us these earbuds. They're only $100, and they've got Bluetooth 5.0, all the technology, and a little bit higher spec than the AirPods that Apple sells, and a longer battery life and stuff. And so they're really cool. The only thing is, and here's the other one I can show you, is they have the in-ear thing versus the regular earbud. And these don't stay in my. It comes with a pack of little silicone tips, so I had to play with them until I found one. Apparently, I have very small ears because this is the second from the smallest. But it's got the little case, magnetized, in there. Whatever. The sound is phenomenal. So I like them. And my wife got a pair too. Hers are black and mine are white, so we can tell them apart. But those are neat because I've been wanting something like that. Actually, I'm going to be doing a review soon of some wireless earbuds. We're going to do a three-way comparison between the AirPods and two competitors. Still working with one of the manufacturers to get the sample, but I hope to have that in the next couple of weeks. That might be Wednesday's show, if not next weekend's show. We'll have to see when the product gets here. But so many cool things, and so at the conference we met all kinds of cool people, and we were able to make a lot of new relationships. A lot of them is were just started by sending an email. Hey, we do this show, we review stuff. Do you have anything for us to review? Excuse me. And that's how we've developed a lot of what we have so far. But being able to go and shake hands with folks and to really look them in the eye and make that acquaintance is you can't compete with that. So that's worth the price of admission right there. So we made a lot of contacts. The most valuable thing we're bringing away versus the footage is the business cards. So we're gonna, get in contact with those people when we get back, and really, take the opportunities that we have to develop those relationships, so we can show you more cool stuff. But really, the thing that was so fun was just virtually being here for you guys. I know what it's like to not be able to go someplace you want to, or for a big event, it's expensive, got to do work and all that kind of stuff. So many, many, many times I'm sitting there in my bed watching something live and being like, dang, I wish I was there. And I hope you guys know that the reason why I do it is to give you the virtual opportunity and experience of doing it. So the whole idea is that you can, vicariously live through the experience this, which is, I'm happy to do and kind of show you what you want to see. And it was fun because we're able to ask you guys, what is it that you want to see? Do you want us to go take a left here, take a right here, or whatever? And you guys did that, which was super, super cool. I hope you guys had, sort of this, sensation of being there. And we checked out the bulk of the stuff that would be interesting to us, I think. I mean, there was 20 venues. It was the entire city, 175,000 attendees and 100,000 more staff and support. The whole city was CES, Consumer Electronics Show. But the convention center itself, I feel like had the bulk of the sort of the entry-level consumer stuff and the mid-range consumer stuff. So, pretty much everything we want. The only thing I really kind of wanted to see was the Technics booth, which was part of Panasonic, and we saw Panasonic, but we did not see the Technics stuff. So they didn't have anything to release record player wise. Technics did release a pair of true wireless earbuds, which were big this year. In fact, the two big products were the wireless earbuds and 8K, which I kept getting asked, does it look a lot different than 4K? I honestly didn't see a huge difference, but I'm not a big display guy, so I'm not like tuned into those nuances and whatnot. My nice TV is only 720p. So anyway, a couple of comments here. I want to make sure I get them all. Michael says my favorite YouTube man is back. I'm back. I didn't go anywhere, but I'm still back. And do you guys have any specific questions I can answer? Anything that you guys want to know about, or see, or hear, or wonder what it's like here if you've never been to Las Vegas? Again, there'll be a lot more to see in the big show this weekend. But go ahead and ask away. Hopefully it's been enjoyable. I think that my dad told me about 3 days in Vegas is enough, and I agree. We're when we finally hit the pillow tonight back home, it's going to feel good. Was it expensive out there? So the hotels are the biggest thing that gets you on, because 4 times the cost is what you're looking at. So we stayed at a hotel that's normally $40 a night, and it is it was $240 for this event. And staying at a place that's normally $150, it's gonna be $700. And so it just depends. So, but overall, yeah, I mean, it's not, there's some things that are really good deals and things, but you can expect, we had lunch the first day. We spent $35 on a turkey sandwich and a side salad. So, hey, Farter Mark, welcome in. Cool. Glad you could be here. Yeah, this one's a little earlier, but yeah, and it's really fun. It's been a lot of fun actually, but we're tired. I'm going to put the camera up so you can see behind me. We're at the Palazzo, which is next to the Venetian. This is upstairs, one of the many malls they have, and these malls have, you know, crazy, stuff you don't see in Colorado. They're just like very high-end retailers, stuff that I don't even know how to pronounce. Why are not all turntables LP60s? Well, we saw 3 or 4 different LP60s. Now, here's something that you may or may not know. All of the Audio-Technica doesn't make any of their turntables. All of their turntables are OEM. Most of them from Hanson, which is putting the earbud back in there. Most of their turntables, except for the LP30, 40, and it's not LP30. It's like something 30, something 40, and then this new 50 that came out this week. Are all of them except for those 3 are made by Hanson. The LP60X is a good unit. I prefer the LP3, which is a larger version. It gives you the same automatic features, but it also gives you you can counterbalance the tone arm, a little bit more manual control. You can put in any cartridge head shell you want, but still has the same inner workings there. I missed a couple of comments. I'm sorry. Let's see here. And then admission fees. So you pay one ticket for the entire thing. It's normally about $100. They used to allow you, $300. Normally $300? Wow. Okay, so yeah, normally $300. If you're press, I think you can register for a free ticket, but we didn't go as press. We went as vendors. We booked the El Cortez for $36,000. That's cool. Yeah, whatever you can do. And Hanson is interesting. I like Hanson. I don't mind them. Sounds like Crosley's connection with Skywin to make the players. So I have certain things that I can share and certain things I can't. I spent a lot of time with Crosley. I got to go into their R&D lab, as it were, the room that they meet with their buyers and suppliers in. I got to see the new stuff that's coming out. I got to see concept players that aren't coming out, some that are, some that aren't. Interesting. Actually, the fluences, I can tell you about that. That's a separate story. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So Crosley, does mock-ups for all kinds of stuff, brings it to the show, and they gauge interest on what people are interested in, and then they put into production those units. Again, Crosley is a company that is a lifestyle company. They're a lifestyle brand, not an electronics brand. And that's what, I think a lot of the frustration comes from, is people are gauging them like an Audio-Technica, which is an electronics brand. Crosley's not going to have wireless earbuds that are competing with AirPods. They're not going to have, $2,000 Japanese wood, audiophile headphones, which I listen to, because it's a different industry. You know what I mean? They make record players that are lifestyle products. They have people that are picking out colors and patterns for those suitcase players and other players that are, fashionable colors for the year, fashionable patterns. And it's for the fun of it. That's what they're after, is the fun, the nostalgic, the novelty. They're not after making the highest performance record player. Hey, Lucas, out there. They're all about, making fun stuff. And that's what people really get the misconception. And the same thing goes for Victrola. Although I got an earful to give you on Victrola when we get there. You're seeing a lot less Victrola on this show going forward. I got stories. You want to know the scoop? You want to know the tea? Check out this weekend's show. Boy, do I got a lot to tell you about Victrola. Learned a lot. Saw some cool stuff. You're going to see it all. But anyway, so I got to see all the behind-the-scenes stuff, some really cool stuff that Crosley is doing. And again, a lot of their stuff is hand-pinned, like the C100, C200. And Skywin, I think, makes some mechanisms for a lot of the players, but they work with a variety. You were Vic trolled. Yeah, I was. LP120 turntable. Oh, wait, I missed some comments that come in the fast minutes, so I got it. We use Audio Technica LP120 turntable, Polk audio speakers, and Yamaha. Can't fit my clothes in the suitcase players. I know, right? Hello from Puerto Rico. Jesus, welcome. Um, yeah, it's some cool stuff they've got coming up. I'm real excited to share it with you. I got to see prototypes and things. I got to go in the Crosley Cruiser, which is their truck. It was kind of fun because we were in there. We did an interview in there, and they were kicking other people out and letting us in. It was kind of fun. Felt like a celebrity there for a minute. It was fun. But there's a lot of cool stuff too. We talked to Ion. We talked to dozens of companies, some new ones that we can hopefully partner with going forward to bring you some cool stuff. But there's not just one company that people like Crosley work with. They have all kinds of suppliers and of their own, and they I understand, and it's not trade secret too much as far as how they do that, but it's a lifestyle brand. It's what it is. You know what I mean? They market products. It's a marketing company of products in the lifestyle industry specific to that vintage tech. It's not a Sony. It's not a Panasonic. It's not intended to be. Okay? And that's fine because people that are just getting into this just want something fun. And that's the question I asked him, my contact out there. I said to him, everybody wants a Crosley Cruiser with a ceramic cartridge in it. Why can't we get one of those? And he says to me, first of all, technically, of course they can't. The MPK did make that one, which is, a lot of people consider the best turntable record or suitcase player. But he says we could do that. But the problem is the cruisers that you see stacked up at Walmart and Kohl's and every other store, Hobby Lobby, wherever, they're not, the people that they're selling those to don't know what a ceramic cartridge is versus a magnetic cartridge. I meant to say magnetic, not ceramic. They want I asked them why we can't get a magnetic cartridge in a cruiser. That's what I meant to say. And he said the ceramic cartridges, so it's a cost thing, obviously, because $69.99 sweet spot that the cruiser sells for, or the Victrola suitcase players sell for, or even lower in some cases, is they know who the audience is. They know who the people are walking, what type of people are buying. The impulse buy that they make on something like that. It's not people that are going out shopping, turntables, for the most part. Sure, that exists, but primarily it's people that are impulse buying. They're in Kohl's and they're like, oh, cool, it'd be fun to have a record player. These are people that don't know what record players are. They haven't never had one. They don't, you know what I mean? It's not like the end all be all for them. And that's what people get so confused. Like the 3600 cartridge, very nice for the money. Yeah, I agree. That is a cool one. But anyway, these people are just grabbing it off the shelf like, cool, record player. That sounds like fun. I want to play with records. And that's what it's about. So people that are like, it's not like my Technics 1200. It's not supposed to be. It's not even, that's like saying your little red wagon isn't like my Mercedes. It's not supposed to. It doesn't serve the same market. It serves a different market. It's a different product. So any questions you guys have about Vegas, CES, products, anything in general? Riga and music hall tables. Yeah, those would be cool. Didn't see those guys out here. Also, on the topic of Fluence, so Fluence is owned by, let me see if I can get it right, CDW or CWD? I think it's CWD, which, get this, stands for Circus World Displays. I'm not joking. The parent company for Fluence is Circus World Displays. And they own a lot of different things, but they also own, oh shoot, I can never think of it. What's the Canadian, I can never think of it, Canadian record player company? I can't think of it. We reviewed their stuff a couple years ago. Anyway, they have the branding for both of those companies. They release, and they want to work with us on the wooden stuff, on the maple syrup records. Yeah, they want to work with us on the one branding line, but they so far don't want to work with us on the Fluence yet. So hopefully we get some Fluence on this show. The C8 looks a lot like it. People thought that was really a rebadged Fluence, but it's not. It was hand-pinned. Upgraded to Nagoda MP. This stuff is so high-end, dude. You guys are like, this is way above my level. I don't even recognize some of this stuff. That's cool, though. I'm sure it's A lot better than what I've got, that's for sure. Questions, comments, another peek behind the scenes here. This isn't the fanciest mall. If you guys want to see some crazy Las Vegas, check out my live video from the Venetian where they had a canal system, an actual boat canal system on the third floor with gondola boat ride operators going up and down giving rides and stuff at the Venetian. And some crazy architecture, statues that come to life and stuff, and just insane stuff. Most of these resorts have malls. This is a resort hotel. This is a resort hotel casino called the Palazzo, and this is one of the malls in it. And this is kind of a small area, relatively speaking. We just went through one that was insane. I mean, truly insane. So, all right, guys, gonna wrap it up here in a couple of minutes. Just stop for a rest because we've been walking miles today. Any final questions or anything? Sorry, I keep coughing. I've come down with a cough. Do you discover any novelties on nice retro radios? Yes. And so huge this year were so many companies, some of which you've heard of, some of which you haven't, that are going to be selling, and this is going to be a hot item this year, 80s retro boom boxes. Silver, shiny chrome, all different colors. I showed a bunch of them on the lives. There's going to be more on the big show. But that's huge this year. Cassettes. So keep an eye out for that. We're going to be doing a lot more cassette stuff. The Cruiser is a great stepping block into the world of vinyl. I started with the original Keepsake. Keepsake is really good unit. Really good unit. But yeah, the cassette stuff is going to be cool. I'm very excited. There's a lot of cassette stuff. A lot of like Walkman type of stuff. And I learned some interesting things about patents and, Sony owning some patents on the cassette stuff when it comes to Walkman type of players and what people can and can't do when they reproduce those. So it was very educational. I learned so much. I think it was very beneficial to come out here just to be aware of what the industry's up to and stuff. And we saw companies that were doing everything from, 80s stuff. Yeah, child of the 80s. Saw a lot of everything from phone chargers, wiring, technologies that support other technologies, hundreds of companies that are integrating Amazon Alexa and everything from bathroom mirrors to every technology you can think of. Cars, every Lamborghinis with Alexa built in, we saw a lot of Lambos, just cool. And everything in between. Some CD stuff, some receivers, a lot of 8K displays. 8K was huge. Smart car stuff was huge. If you guys have never been here, I cannot describe to you the size. So it's not just a convention center. The Las Vegas Convention Center is about 5 or 6 convention centers put together in separate buildings with, walkways and trams. But imagine outside of this place, probably about 150 Greyhound buses that are chartered to run bus lines all over the city to different venues, 20 different venues. Most hotels and all their conference facilities were used for the show. There was trams, there was Ubers by the trillions, just an insane, I'm exhausted. It's insane. It is really crazy. And we went in with a targeted approach. It's not like we tried to see the whole show. No way. You would die. You couldn't do it. But yeah, we're tired just from what we have seen. So, all right, guys. Any final questions before I cut it off? Sorry, I have to stare at my fat head on here for a half an hour. Should make it more like that. I'm just too tired to hold the phone up without resting my arm on the chair. I'll let you rest now. Thanks. I need it. I wish I could rest, but really, I'm going to walk around a few more miles, catch an Uber back to the airport, hitch a plane back home, and then collapse. So loaded up on sugar and caffeine right now, so hopefully that'll help. But thank you guys. Really appreciate you being out there. You guys mean a lot to me. That's why I'm here for you guys. So keep watching those videos. If you haven't had a chance to check the other ones out, do so. And we will see you soon. If I find anything else, I'm still filming little clips and stuff. This will probably be the last live, but you're welcome, guys. Very, very welcome. Glad to do it, and really looking forward to sharing you the show this week, and you'll see everything. It will be as though you were here. You will have seen everything I have. So, all right, guys, take it easy.